So in the last class, we discussed how to find distance between the parallel lines. Okay, we discussed the theorem, the derivation of how to find distance between the parallel lines. R bar is equal to A1 bar plus lambda B bar and R bar is equal to A2 bar plus mu into B bar is modulus of B bar cross mod A1 minus A2 by mod B bar. Anyway, it is a magnitude now. You can make it reverse also, no problem, no issue. So modulus of A1 bar minus A2 bar cross B bar divided by modulus of B bar. Both are same only because it is in the form of mod A cross B. This is modulus of B cross A. So it is in the form of mod A cross B. It is in the form of mod B cross A. So modulus of A cross B, B cross A, both are same only. So you can use either this or this, no issue. So you'll get the final answer is same only. Okay. So here the question, find the distance between the lines. So it is given two lines, L1 and L2 lines. So by looking these two line equations, how we can identify these two lines are parallel lines. So just you observe this part, only observe this part. Because the line 1 is parallel to this vector, the line 2 parallel to this vector. If these two vectors are same or parallel, obviously the lines L1 and L2 are parallel lines. If these two vectors are either same or parallel to each other, then corresponding lines L1 and L2 are parallel because the lines are parallel to these two vectors. The line 1 parallel to this vector, line 2 is parallel to this vector. If you observe particularly here, these two vectors are equal. That means both L1 and L2 are parallel to same vector. Hence the lines, given lines are parallel lines. So you have to compare first line equation with what? R bar is equal to A1 bar plus lambda into B bar. And the second line equation you have to compare with what? R bar is equal to A2 bar plus mu into B bar. So if you compare, what you will get? A1 bar vector. A1 bar is equal to I cap plus 2j cap minus 4k cap. And A2 bar vector, what you will get? 3i plus 3j minus 5k. And whereas B bar vector, the vector B bar is what? 2i plus 3j cap plus 6k cap. Then to get the distance between the parallel lines, first we have to calculate what? A1 minus A2. Afterwards, next step, A1 minus A2 cross B bar. Okay. So first calculate A1 bar minus A2 bar. So A1 bar minus A2 bar. So what you'll get here? A1 bar I cap plus 2j cap minus 4k cap minus A2 3i plus 3j minus 5k. So on subtracting, I minus 3i is minus 2i cap. So next minus j cap. Next what will get? Plus k cap. Okay. Next, after getting this, so calculate A1 bar minus A2 bar cross B bar. A1 bar minus A2 bar cross B bar. So that is equal to, okay, A1 minus A2 cross B bar. So cross product of these two vectors. So first row what you will get? I cap, j cap, k cap. Next vector A1 minus A2. Components minus 2, minus 1, 1. Next vector B bar. B bar vector components 2, 3, 6. And what will get? Minus 6, minus 3, minus 9. So minus 9 into I cap. Next minus 12. Next minus 2, minus 14. Minus 14 into minus j plus 14j. Next k. See here, minus 6 plus 2. Minus 6 plus 2 is minus 4. Minus 4k cap. So once again check. I cap into minus 6 minus 3 minus 9. I cap into minus 9 minus 9 I cap. Next minus j cap into minus 12 minus 2. So minus 14. So minus 14 into minus j cap is plus 14 j cap. Next k cap into minus 6 plus 2. Minus 6 plus 2 is minus 4. So minus 4k cap. So next to find its magnitude. The magnitude of the vector a1 bar minus a2 bar cross b bar is equal to what you will get? So square root of minus 9 whole square 81, 14 square 196, 4 square 16. So calculate. So 196 plus 81, 277, 277, 293. 277 plus 16, 293. Next calculate magnitude of b bar. The magnitude of b bar is what? Square root of magnitude of this vector only. So 2 square 4, 3 square 9, 6 square 36. So root 49 which is 7. So now the distance between, or sometimes they may call shortest distance. So because here this is the formula for what? Distance between the parallel lines or perpendicular distance between the parallel lines or shortest distance between the parallel lines. However it may be, the formula will be this. Okay. So distance between given parallel lines is, so according to the formula what you will get numerator modulus of a1 minus a2 cross b bar. So what is the magnitude of that vector? Root 293 divided by modulus of b bar. What is the modulus of b bar? 7 units. So this is the distance between the given two parallel lines, or this is the shortest distance between the given two parallel lines. Suppose if the lines are given in Cartesian form, convert them into vector form and then use the formula. Suppose if they are going to find the shortest distance between the lines x minus 1 by 2, y minus 2 by 3, z minus 4 by 4, and second line is given x plus 1 by 2, y plus 2 by 3, z minus 8 by 4. Like this is given. Find the shortest distance between these two lines. Then if you observe, the drs of first line and the drs of second line are proportional, particularly they are equal. So that means that these two lines, both L1 and L2 lines having same kind of drs, means the lines L1 and L2 are parallel lines. And what is the vector parallel to both L1 and L2? B bar is equal to 2i cap, 3j cap plus 4k cap. And the first line passing through which point? 1, 2, 4. So that 1, 2, 4 becomes what? That 1, 2, 4 becomes A1 bar. Okay. So then the second line passing through, particularly because this can be written as x minus of minus 1. So minus 1, minus 2, 8. So that minus 1, minus 2, 8 becomes a components of A2 bar vector, and use the same formula to get the distance between or shortest distance between these two parallel lines. Okay. So try this problem. So next one, shortest distance between skew lines. Shortest distance between skew lines. So first we have to discuss, first I'm going to discuss what is the definition of skew lines. Before that, if you observe, suppose if the given two lines are intersecting, if the given two lines are intersecting lines, then shortest distance becomes 0. Shortest distance becomes 0. So shortest distance between these two intersecting lines is what? 0. Suppose if the lines are parallel. If the lines are parallel. If the lines are parallel, then shortest distance between these two parallel lines is perpendicular distance between these two parallel lines. So that is what we discussed already yesterday at this point. Okay. So if you take any pair of lines or any two lines in plane, either the lines are intersecting or parallel lines. But in case of space, we'll get one more case also. In case of space, we'll get additionally one more case. That is, if you consider the coordinate system, in space, you'll get one more case. That is, so in case of space, if you take any two lines, either they may be intersecting lines or parallel lines, and one more additional case in three-dimensional is they are neither parallel nor intersecting. They are neither parallel nor intersecting. Okay, these two lines are what? Neither parallel nor intersecting. So obviously such lines are non-coplanar. Such lines are non-coplanar. Okay. So what is the third additional point? So this there will be, if you take a pair of lines in 3D, three-dimensional, the lines either may be intersecting or parallel, or they may be neither parallel nor intersecting. So obviously the lines are obviously the lines are non-coplanar, and such lines are called skew lines. Such lines are called skew lines. Okay. So you consider cuboid. So you consider this cuboid O, A, B, C, D, E, F and G. Okay. Then this face diagonal means this line AC, and the line BG. So this line AC is what? Where it is? It is lies in the top. Then the line BG. This line AC and the line BG. So these two lines are skew lines. Or to understand easy, so much easy, you consider these lines. So here I am considering AD. Sorry, AD, not AD, DE. DE diagonal. Or you consider better CF diagonal to understand easily. Okay, this is CF diagonal, and you consider this BD diagonal. So this is the cube diagonal, sorry, this is the face diagonal, and this is this face diagonal. So if you observe, these two diagonals are non-coplanar because they are not lying on the same plane, and they are non-intersecting also. So those lines are what? Skew lines. Those lines are what? Skew lines. Okay. So this is this face and this is the above face. So these two lines are what? Neither intersecting nor parallel. So obviously they are non-coplanar, and such lines are called what? Skew lines. Okay, understood? So if you take any two skew lines, they are non-coplanar. So they are neither parallel nor intersecting. So definition of skew lines is what? Two lines in a space is said to be skew lines if they are neither parallel nor intersecting, and hence they are non-coplanar, and such lines are called skew lines. Okay, this is the definition. Now, how to find the shortest distance? So suppose these are the two skew lines. The shortest distance between these two skew lines will exist along this PQ, where PQ is perpendicular to both the lines L1 and L2. Okay, the shortest distance along will be exist to the shortest distance between these two lines will exist along this line PQ, where this PQ should be perpendicular to both L1 and L2. Now I am going to derive the expression or the formula how to find this shortest distance between skew lines. Now I am going to derive the formula to find distance between skew lines. So this theorem is also important for PUC. Okay, this derivation. Suppose these are the line L1, this is the line L1, and this is the line L2. Suppose these are the two skew lines, okay, and suppose the equation of line 1 is R bar is equal to A1 bar plus lambda into B1 bar. Equation of first line is R bar is equal to A1 bar plus lambda into B1 bar. Equation of second line is R bar is equal to A2 bar plus mu into B2 bar. Okay, this is A2 bar plus mu into B2 bar. Okay, then suppose PQ is the vector perpendicular to both L1 and L2. Then the shortest distance will exist. That means PQ is the vector perpendicular to both L1 and L2 means the line PQ is along the line PQ we will get the shortest distance. Then this line PQ becomes line of shortest distance. This line PQ becomes the line of shortest distance. Okay, so this PQ is perpendicular to both the lines L1 and L2 means obviously the vector PQ is perpendicular to the vector B1 bar and B2 bar. Am I correct? Okay, the vector PQ is perpendicular to both B1 bar and B2 bar because L1 parallel to B1, hence PQ is perpendicular to B1 bar. L2 parallel to the line L2 parallel to B2 vector B2 bar, then the vector BQ is again perpendicular to B2. So let n cap is the unit vector along PQ. Unit vector along PQ. Then n cap becomes what? It is a B1 bar cross B2 bar by modulus of B1 bar cross B2 bar. Because it is the unit vector perpendicular to both B1 bar and B2 bar. So from the definition of cross product, B1 bar cross B2 bar denotes what? It is the vector perpendicular to B1 and B2. Then to get unit vector, we are dividing its magnitude. So now it is n cap. So then the vector PQ bar becomes D into n cap. D into n cap. What is D? D is the shortest distance. D is the shortest distance. So that is it is the magnitude of what? Vector PQ. Okay. So it is the magnitude of the shortest distance vector, or we can say simply it is the shortest distance. So now if you observe the the line L1 passing through a point whose position vector is A1 bar only. So let S is a point on the line L such that line L1 such that its position vector is A1 bar. The position vector of S is what? A1 bar. So T is a point on the line L2 whose position vector is A2 bar. Whose position vector is A2 bar. Then join S and T. Join S and T. Then the vector ST bar becomes what? OT bar minus OS bar. That is the position vector of T minus position vector of S, which is equal to what? A2 bar minus A1 bar. Okay. And let theta be the angle between, let theta be angle between PQ and ST. PQ vector and ST vector. Okay. Then the shortest distance becomes the projection of ST on PQ. The projection of ST on PQ. So what is the projection of A bar on B bar? Projection of A bar on B bar. We can use A bar dot B bar by mod B bar, or you can use mod A bar into cos theta. Theta is what? Angle between A bar and B bar. That is the projection of A bar on B bar. So now the shortest distance is what? Projection of ST on PQ. So projection of ST on PQ. Then what is the projection of ST bar on PQ bar? It is ST, modulus of ST bar into cos theta. So which is equal to D, or you can write PQ. Okay, so PQ is equal to mod ST bar into cos theta. So mod ST bar into cos theta. What is theta? Angle between PQ and ST. If theta is angle between PQ bar and ST bar, then cos theta formula is what? Modulus of PQ bar dot ST bar divided by modulus of PQ bar into modulus of ST bar. Okay, cos theta formula A bar dot B bar by mod A bar into mod B bar. Okay, so thus that PQ is equal to, now can we cancel this mod ST bar and mod ST bar? Okay, so now PQ bar dot ST bar, what is the left? PQ bar dot ST bar divided by mod PQ bar and a whole modulus. Okay, but what is PQ bar? PQ bar is D into N cap. So D into N cap dot ST bar divided by modulus of PQ bar, that is modulus of D into modulus of N cap. So anyway D is a positive, then you can write D. So PQ bar is what? D into N cap na. So modulus of PQ bar, what you will get? D into modulus of N cap. So modulus of N cap is 1 because N cap is unit vector. So D into mod N cap. So DD get cancelled. So N cap value is 1. So that's what you are getting, N cap dot ST bar under modulus. But what is N cap? N cap is what? B1 bar cross B2 bar divided by modulus of B1 bar cross B2 bar dot ST bar. What is ST bar? A2 bar minus A1 bar. A2 bar minus A1 bar under modulus. So here it is modulus. Okay. So now if you observe, in dot product we have this property. Dot product satisfies commutative. That is A bar dot B bar is equal to B bar dot A bar. So it is look like A dot B. You can write B dot A also. So further what you can write? If you keep through total modulus also no issue, because modulus of B1 cross B2 is anyway positive. Okay. So modulus of A2 bar minus A1 bar dot B1 bar cross B2 bar divided by modulus of B1 bar cross B2 bar. So this is the shortest distance between the given skew lines. Here B1 bar, B2 bar represents what? Those are the vectors parallel to the given two skew lines L1 and L2. A1 bar is the position vector of the fixed point on L1. A2 bar denotes it is the position vector of the fixed point on the line L2. So this is the formula to find shortest distance between the given two skew lines when vector equations are given. Okay, when vector equations of the skew lines are given, use this formula to get shortest distance. To get shortest distance. Shortest distance between skew lines. Suppose if they have given Cartesian form. So how to find that distance between shortest distance between skew lines? So suppose the line L1 is given x minus x1 by A1, y minus y1 by B1, z minus z1 by C1. Next, line L2 is x minus x2 by A2 is equal to y minus y1 by B2 is equal to z minus z2 by C2. Then the shortest distance D is equal to, the shortest distance between given two lines D is equal to modulus of 3 by 3 determinant of x1 minus x2, y1 minus y2, or you can write x2 minus x1 also, no problem, anyway under modulus na, x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1. Second row a1, b1, c1, third row a2, b2, c2. So under modulus, so that is absolute value of this determinant divided by square root of, how to remember this expression? I am telling like this, short form. So you write like this, BC minus BC whole square plus cyclic order BC, ABC nalli. So in ABC, cyclic order BC have written, next CA minus CA whole square plus AB minus AB whole square. Then you write 1 here 2, here 2 1, 1 2 2 1. So 1 2 2 1, 1 2 2 1. So that means divided by square root of b1 c2 minus b2 c1 whole square plus c1 a2 minus c2 a1 whole square plus a1 b2 minus a2 b1 whole square. So when Cartesian equations are given, Cartesian equations of the lines are given, then this is the formula to find shortest distance between the given two skew lines. Okay, so but my suggestion is, if you can able to convert that Cartesian into vector form, better use this formula. Okay, so this is the formula you have to use to get the shortest distance between the given two skew lines when vector equations are given. When Cartesian equations are given, this is the formula to find shortest distance. So this is the Cartesian form. So when the equations are given in the Cartesian form, use this. When vector equations are given, use this. Okay, this derivation is very important. So now look at the problems. So look at the problem. So very important problems. So find the shortest distance between the lines. but they did not mention they are skew lines or parallel lines. Okay, so look at the problem. R bar is equal to R bar is equal to I cap plus J cap plus lambda into 2I minus J plus K, and the second line R bar is equal to 2I plus J minus K plus mu into 3I cap minus 5J cap plus 2 into K cap. So find the shortest distance between given these two lines. So clearly here the two lines are, see here, whether these two vectors are parallel. No. So then the given lines are not parallel. So you can use skew lines formula. Okay, the given two lines are skew lines. Okay, so for first line you compare with R bar is equal to A1 bar plus lambda into B bar, and compare second line with R bar is equal to A2 bar plus mu into B2 bar. This is B1 bar. Okay. So compare first line with the R bar is equal to A1 bar plus lambda into B1 bar. Second line with R bar is equal to A2 bar plus mu into B2 bar. So thus what you will get, A1 bar vector I cap plus J cap. Next to A2 bar vector, what you will get, 2I plus J minus K, and B1 bar vector, what you will get, B1 bar 2I cap minus J plus K, and B2 bar vector, what you will get, 3I minus 5J cap plus 2 into K cap. Then immediately calculate A2 bar minus A1 bar vector first. A2 bar minus A1 bar, I am writing directly. So 2I cap minus I cap. Next minus K cap. A2 minus A1, you will get I cap minus K cap only. Na? Next, you calculate B1 bar cross B2 bar. So B1 bar cross B2 bar, I cap, J cap, K cap. So B1 vector components 2 minus 1, 1. B2 bar vector components 3 minus 5, 2. Okay, so calculate the vector. What you will get here, I cap into minus 2 plus 5. Minus 2 plus 5 is 3, so 3 into I cap. So minus J cap into 4 minus 3, 1. So 1 into minus J cap, minus J cap. Next, K cap into minus 10 plus 3. Minus 10 plus 3 is minus 7 into K cap. Then you calculate A2 bar minus A1 bar dot B1 bar cross B2 bar. So dot product of A2 minus A1, A2 minus A1. A2 minus A1 is I cap minus K cap, which can also be adjusted like this. I cap plus 0 into J cap minus K cap dot B1 cross B2 vector, what do you got? 3I cap minus J cap minus 7 into K cap. So multiply. So what you will get, 1 into 3, 3, next is 0 plus 7. So thus what you got, A2 minus A1 divided by A2 minus A1 cross B1 bar cross B2 bar, what you got, 10. Then calculate next modulus of B1 bar cross B2 bar. So what you will get, square root of, so magnitude of this vector is 9 plus 1 plus 49. So that means what you will get, root over 59. So now the shortest distance between given skew lines. So what is the formula? D is equal to modulus of A2 bar minus A1 bar dot B1 bar cross B2 bar divided by divided by modulus of B1 bar cross B2 bar. So thus D is equal to, what do you get? 10 divided by modulus of B1 bar cross B2 bar is root 59 units. So this is the shortest distance between the given skew lines. Okay. Suppose if Cartesian forms are given, suppose the lines equations, the first line is given, this is over, completed. Okay. Suppose if they have given Cartesian form, like say the first line is x minus 1 by 3 is equal to x minus 1 by 3, no? 1 second. X plus 1 by 7, x plus 1 by 7 is equal to y plus 1 by minus 6 is equal to z plus 1 by 1, and the line 2 is x minus 3 by 1 is equal to y minus 5 by minus 2 is equal to z minus 7 by 1. Okay. So if the line equations are given in terms of Cartesian form, then corresponding formula. First you have to compare given equation with what? Given equation with x minus x1 by a1, y minus y1 by b1, z minus z1 by c1. Then you will get x1, y1, z1, a1, b1, c1. Similarly here you will get x2, y2, z2 and a2, b2, c2 and use that formula. Or you convert both lines in the form of vector form and use this formula. Okay. So clearly what is the vector form of the first line equation? So line 1 is passing through clearly. Here if you compare with x minus x1, then x1 is minus 1. Similarly y1 minus 1, z1 minus 1. So that means the position vector of the point, the position vector of a point lies on L1 becomes what? Minus 1, minus 1, minus 1. Okay. Or you can write minus 1 into I cap, minus 1 into j cap, minus 1 into k cap plus lambda into, as the DRs of first line are 7, minus 6, 1, then it is parallel to the vector 7i cap minus 6j cap plus 1 into k cap. And similarly the second line passing through which point? 3, 5, 7 and DRs are 1, minus 2, 1. Then for second line equation vector form, for second line vector form becomes what? 3i cap plus 5j cap plus 7k cap plus mu into, so what are the DRs? 1, minus 2, 1. So that means it is parallel to the vector 1 into I cap minus 2 into j cap plus 1 into k cap. Then use above formula to get the distance between the given two skew lines. Okay. So better, my suggestion is better you convert it into vector form and use this formula to get shortest distance between given skew lines. So next look at some basic problems. Okay. So show that the line passing through the points, show that the line passing through the points capital A 1, minus 1, 2 and capital B 3, 4, minus 2 is perpendicular to the line passing through the points C 0, 3, 2 and D 3, 5, 6. So we have to show that the line passing through AB is perpendicular to the line passing through CD. So it is enough to show that AB line perpendicular to CD line. Okay, what is the condition for perpendicularity? A1 A2 plus B1 B2 plus C1 C2 is equal to 0, where A1 B1 C1 denotes the direction ratios of first line and A2 B2 C2 denotes direction ratios of second line. That means you have to find direction ratios of line AB and direction ratios of line CD and calculate A1 A2 plus B1 B2 plus C1 C2 is equal to C1 C2 value. If you got 0, the lines are perpendicular. Okay, so first I am finding DRs of line AB. DRs of the line AB. So what is the formula? X2 minus X1, Y2 minus Y1, Z2 minus Z1. This is the formula now? Okay. So if you take A is X1, Y1, Z1, B is X2, Y2, Z2, this is the formula now? So X2 minus X1, what will get? 3 minus 1, 2. Y2 minus Y1, what will get? 4 minus of minus 1. 4 plus 1, 5. Z2 minus Z1, minus 2, minus 2, minus 4. So let them be A1, B1, C1. Okay, that means A1 value 2, B1 value 5, C1 value minus 4. Okay, next find the DRs of second line. DRs of line CD. So same formula. So Y2 minus Y1, 3 minus 0, 3. Next, first X2 minus X1, 3 minus 0, 3. Y2 minus Y1, 5 minus 3, 2. Z2 minus Z1, 6 minus 2, 4. So let them be A2, B2 and C2. So A2 value 3, B2 value 2, C2 value 4. Now calculate A1, A2 plus B1, B2 plus C1, C2 value. A1, A2, that is 2 into 3, 6 plus B1, B2, 5 into 2, 10 plus C1, C2. So I'll write step. A1, A2, 2 into 3 plus B1, B2, 5 into 2, C1, C2. C1 value how much? Minus 4 into 4. So 6 plus 10 minus 16. So 16 minus 16, what do you got? 0. Therefore, the line AB is a perpendicular to the line CD. Over. Okay. Next question. So show that the line passing through the points 4, 7, 8 and 4, 7, 8 and 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4 is parallel to the line passing through the points C minus 1, minus 2, 1 and capital D 1, 2, 5. So we have to show that the line AB parallel to the line CD. So just to find in this case also the line DRs of both the lines. Then condition for parallel is what? A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 is equal to C1 by C2. So first you find DRs of AB. So DRs of the line AB, what you will get? 2 minus 4 minus 2, 3 minus 7 minus 4. Next 4 minus 8 minus 4. So these three are what? A1, B1, C1. Next DRs of line CD. DRs of line CD. What you will get? 1 plus 1, 2. 2 plus 2, 4. 5 minus 1, 4. This is A2, B2, C2. So first calculate A1 by A2. What will you get? A1 by A2? Minus 2 by 2, minus 1. Next calculate B1 by B2. Minus 4 by 4, minus 1. Next calculate C1 by C2. Minus 4 by 4, minus 1. So that means what you got? All are equal quantities only. Na? So A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 is equal to C1 by C2. So therefore, what we can conclude, the line AB is parallel to the line CD. Okay, understood? So next, look at this problem. Find the equation of the line passing through 2, 4, minus 5 and parallel to the line x minus 1 by 2, y minus is equal to y minus 2 by 3 is equal to z minus 4 by 5. So we have to find the equation of the line passing through this point parallel to this line. So as the line parallel to given line, then the drs of required line are proportional to drs of given line. So from that data you will get drs of the required line, and already it is passing through which point? 2, 4, minus 5. So using that point to drs, whenever point and drs are given, that line equation, that is the first form. Using that form you will get line equation. Okay, so given point, say a is equal to 2, 4, minus 5, it is like x1, y1, z1. So drs of given line, drs of given line. What are the drs of given line? 2, 3, 5. So you denote them by A, B, C. So drs of, right here, a required line parallel to given line. So implies that drs of required line, so they are proportional to drs of given line. So you can take any three numbers proportional to 2, 3, 5. In particular you can take 2, 3, 5 also, no problem. Okay, so these are A, B, C. Now drs you know and point on the line you know, then you can find equation of the line. So equation of the line is equal to x minus x1 by A is equal to y minus y1 by B is equal to z minus z1 by C. So that is x minus x1 2 by A is 2, y minus y1 4 divided by B 3, z minus z1. z1 is minus 5, so minus of minus plus 5 divided by C. C is 5. So this is the equation of required line. Okay. Next question. Find the value of P such that the given lines are perpendicular. Next problem. The first line is given 1 minus x by 3 is equal to 7 by minus 14. 7 by minus 14 by 2p is equal to z minus 3 by 2. Next, second line, 7 minus 7x by 3p, y minus 5 by 1 is equal to z 6 minus z by 5. So given that these two lines are what? Perpendicular. These two lines are perpendicular. Then we have to find p value. So immediately don't take drs of first line are 3, 2p, 2. So whether you check it is in a in this form x minus x1 by a, y minus y1 by b, z minus z1 by c. So it is not directly in that form, because in x minus x1 by a, what is x coefficient? 1. But here in 1 minus x by 3, what is x coefficient? Minus 1. So first we have to make x coefficient, here y coefficient, here z coefficient as 1. Okay, so to make it is 1, so we have to divide numerator by minus 1. Similarly, we have to divide denominator also by minus 1. So if you divide with minus 1, what will get? X minus 1 divided by 3 by minus 1 is minus 3. Next here, to make y coefficient is 1, we have to divide it by 7. If you divide with 7, what will get? Y minus 2. Here also we have to divide with what? 7. So 2p by 7. Dividing numerator and denominator by 7. Here, no, not required, because it is already in standard. Similarly, here also, to make x coefficient 1, we have to divide with what? Minus 7. Then what will you get? X minus 1 by 3p by minus 7. So here already it is standard, y minus 5 by 1. And here to make z coefficient is 1, we have to divide with what? Minus 1. If we divide with minus 1, what will you get? Z minus 6 by 5 by minus 1 is minus 5. Now minus 3, 2p by 7, 2 are the DRs of line 1. 3p by minus 7, 1 minus 5 are DRs of line 2. So 3p by minus 7 are, you can write minus 3p by 7 also, no problem. So as these two lines are perpendicular, given L1 is perpendicular to L2, then what we have the condition? A1 A2 plus B1 B2 plus C1 C2 is equal to 0. So A1 A2 minus 3 into 3p, sorry, minus 3 A1 into A2 minus 3p by 7 plus B1. What is B1? 2p by 7 into B2. What is B2? 1 plus C1 C2. C1 is what? 2 into C2 is what? Minus 5 is equal to 0. A1 A2 plus B1 B2 plus C1 C2. So if you multiply, what will you get? 9p by 7 here plus 2p by 7 minus 10 is equal to 0. So 9p by 7 plus 2p by 7. Anyway, 7 is denominator same only, na? So what you will get? It is 11p by 7. 9p by 7 plus 2p by 7 is 11p by 7. Minus 10, if we transfer to the right side, it is equal to what? 10. So thus from that p value, what you will get? Cross multiply 11 by 7. Then what you will get? 70 by 11. So this is the value of the point P. So hope you understand this class. Practice the problems on this model. Thank you.
Time.